I mean, you always got to get rid of it. I mean, you can't be holding on to all of it. I mean,
I know are good though for the bad times.
For the bad times.
Bad time late nights. Welcome to the singing laundromat.
Oh man, here we are. Oh wow, spooky.
Yeah.
Loud.
Yeah, and that, and also loud.
Yeah.
I got it's almost 4th of July. I got my cooler like I'm about to have a picnic
that's
with
like
the fam.
next month, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a week and a half. Or
Oh
something,
shit!
right?
I don't know. I'm not really.
Something like that. Soon.
No, I don't know if I'm much of an American.
Cheers.
What up?
Good day.
Welcome to A Drink and a Joint. That's Toby.
That's Davey.
What's up? Thank you. Thank you so much. That's the first time.
It came to me.
First time it's happened.
That's all it was. What was supposed to happen?
This came to me in a dream. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't lie to you.
Making love to my wife, Donna.
Yeah, my son Gabriel comes in the room. She says, "Gabriel, get out." I says, "No." I says, "Let him watch." My plums, nice bluish hue, sun dancing off them, just nice.
Ready to take them to market.
That's right.
What you drinking on today?
Welcome everyone. Today I am drinking the Terrabella. It is it's like a white muscadine wine from the Georgia winery. Maybe you can see that, get that in there. Free plug for them. It's good. You can take a sip?
Yeah, I would like to try it.
Toby doesn't. I don't have a wine glass with me, so I'm drinking it from Debato.
That is actually pretty nice.
It tastes like fucking muscadines. Okay, grapes. Yep,
it does.
It does.
That's what my palate
It tastes like muscadines. Well, what are you drinking?
No, I didn't have time to get out and get anything.
Well, you've got America's oldest beer.
Oldest brewery.
Yeah. Yang-a-lang.
Yep.
And what do we happen to be smoking?
Well, let's see. These joints, you brought these joints. What were they? Do you remember?
This is Master Kush.
Master Kush. Now I have a special treat on this. I have some really clear shatter. That's some MK Ultra.
Okay.
I'm excited to try that.
Let's get weird with it. Let's get out of our minds, Toby. Do you know much about MK? Are we talking about MK Ultra today? Did I win? Did I get it? Did I get it already?
Yeah. No, that was part of the game. See it? Yeah.
See, I won.
I was wondering if you were gonna catch some little subtlety. That's a side. It's a side topic. Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Wicked.
But yeah, I'm excited. I want to try this.
Well, if no one's ever seen the show before, you want to tell them what we do?
We're old friends, and we get together. We talk about topics and ways to improve your life, and
we're really education oriented on this channel.
I mean, we want people to grow and get smarter, but we also, a part of that is expanding your mind, and that's what we're doing here today before you.
That's right. So, and also some big news coming up for us. We've decided to take this whole content creator thing to like the next level. What was my channel on YouTube has now become a full-fledged Toby and Davey channel. We are also we're doing a pretty big launch for that. We've been recording some videos for the launch. So you'll still be able to see this, and if you're one of the 20 people that watches this right now, go ahead and we've set up a Twitter and a YouTube, but Twitter. We've got the YouTube page now, and we've also got like a Facebook page. Yeah. So if you guys want to go over and go ahead and throw a like and some comments in there, and maybe invite your friends to like those. We are. You can search for us on Twitter, Toby and Davey with an ampersand, or you can add us at TDavey. That's TDAVVY. And it's the same on Facebook too. So if you guys want to go, drop us a line over there.
Dawei.
Yeah. Dawe. Also change the fucking email so it's not a fucking mouthful anymore. It's just tobyanddavy@gmail.com now.
Okay.
tobyanddavy@gmail.com, and it is TOBYANDDAVVY. That's what I like to do. So yeah, that's our plug for that. Keep a watch out for that. I think by the day this comes out, we will be launching everything on, I believe, Thursday or Friday of this week. Trying to
have some new unboxing videos.
Yeah, we're branching out.
Yeah,
we're
just trying to see what we can do. Trying to see what we can have fun with.
Because we're done doing construction, and if we can make a living, like,
we're trying to be done. Yeah, on the way.
I'm done with it. I don't feel good about it anymore. So we're gonna throw our hat in the ring of this whole thing and see how this goes. We're gonna be having special guests. We're gonna be making like full-fledged music videos for our tracks that we put out. We're gonna be doing a lot
about that.
It's gonna we're breaking into directing and acting and producing and
my favorite, writing. Always the core of everything. Core of content.
Oh yes. Oh my!
Today got a few new Xena arts.
Oh yeah, you want to bust those out real quick?
New finished ones. You want to take this one?
Yeah, I want to. Yeah, can you guys get a good peep at that? Is that focusing on that? It
may be a little shiny because they're varnished, heavily varnished. I love this one. This it's got chubby butt.
It's just like butt,
awesome.
butt. You looking at my butt? Yeah, you are.
But it's the butt dance. Why aren't you guys laughing? And this one is my favorite. This is probably my favorite I've heard.
It's so good
all together, and it's just, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, close,
maybe. But I just love it. It's like reminds me of Horizon. It's like an alien. I like the idea that
looks like
future races will have like almost tattoo-like things, but naturally in their skin, just the way they evolve. I think that shit is
makes me think of, do you remember Animorphs?
Yeah.
Do you remember the blue horse guy?
On the front, he had people changing and stuff.
They had the alien guy who was like an actual Animorph who was a pre-human Animorph or whatever. He was like a blue guy with like horse legs, but he had the mouth like that. He just had like slits.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up. And I got her.
You finally got her Instagram.
Yeah, it's Dame of Delirium. You can find her at Dame of Delirium or XenaGotHomeArt.com, which I'll put in the comments.
In the description.
And just because it's odd, it's hard to spell.
So check down there for that. You can buy her art.
Yeah, on her website, she has set up a store that you can visit.
Oh, fuck. Oh, tits. So we usually start out with a little bit of news too, and since this week Toby is doing the topic, I will be throwing out the old northeast, west, and south on them.
Right.
And really the only thing I really felt compelled to talk about, I mean, there's always shit going on, but have you heard about the Disney-Fox merger that finally has started to go through?
No, tell me about it.
Okay, so you know that, so Disney owns Marvel now. They own Star Wars now.
Yeah.
They've pretty well got a hold on all of your like summer box office stuff. So these other movie studios are like falling out.
Paramount and Universal.
Yeah, they're all kind of struggling because like
the
Disney,
monopoly. They created a monopoly. Yeah.
And they have now let's see. So they kind of started So I think it was last year sometime they started talking with Fox about reacquiring because Fox has the rights to X-Men right now. So that's why none of the Marvel movies mention mutants or any of the X-Men whatsoever.
Oh, they had still a battle over that.
Yeah, so they made an offer. I think of I I think at first the offer was like $54 billion. And so what it does is it includes all of their for the studio and cable network assets of 21st Century Fox. That's what they're bidding for. So they're going to be getting Family Guy. They're going to be getting all the shit that they show on Fox Network. That's all going to be Disney now. And then
are they changing the formats of those, like getting away from adult entertainment and going towards children?
Well, I don't think
they
so.
They didn't do that with Star Wars, really.
Yeah, it's still pretty dark, but I mean, those movies are for like
family.
But I mean, it still gets pretty dark. It's weird.
Yeah.
Also, but
I just hope they don't ruin it.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean, that's like Disney, and that's pretty dark. Yeah. I think Disney has another. Don't they have another?
PG-13 is their dark though. They don't like.
But I feel like since they're getting all the 20th the Fox stuff, like they get Deadpool now. And I don't think that they're going to touch Deadpool because Deadpool's a fucking gold mine.
Yeah, it'd be stupid.
Like if they're gonna acquire those properties and not do R-rated Deadpool movies and Wolverine movies, they're fucking up, in my opinion. But so when they first made this offer, Fox, like because Disney's kind of like courting Fox, being like, "Come on, baby, just." We'll grease the wheels. We just really want these properties because at first they just wanted the X-Men and the Marvel properties back, like because when you get the X-Men, you also get
that's so many characters and so many movies that you have. And endless.
And so you like and all the intermingling that happens in the comic books can finally happen on screen now. Like,
see, I'm more into X-Men than I am a lot of other superhero stuff. I really like that it would seem plausible to me compared to a lot of other superheroes. Yeah. And so I don't know. I'm excited about that if they do get them.
Well, because I mean, like, think about like the production quality, because these last X-Men movies have just been bad.
Like Logan
was incredible.
I actually liked the Wolverine movies. When they started going off, I actually like those. I got a bunch of shit talk on those, but he was my favorite. I'm hairy and fucking in the woods. Like, I understand.
See, you would actually be a good Wolverine because Wolverine's supposed to be like almost 5'0" and like stocky and like
his wrestling body. But yeah, I always, so I lean towards those, even though they weren't the best.
X-Men Origins is dog shit.
Yeah.
I'll say that right now. They sewed Deadpool's mouth shut. And you haven't seen Deadpool 2 yet, have you?
I still haven't.
Okay, I don't want to spoil it for you, but there's some really cool stuff.
Okay.
Like, at the end of the movie, he goes back in time and shoots that Deadpool in the head.
Oh, damn, okay.
And he also shoots Ryan Reynolds in the head when he's reading the Green Lantern script. It's pretty great. So he shoots himself in the head for reading it. He's like, after he sets because he's like reading the very end of the script, and he sets it down, and he's like, "You just made it to the big time, buddy boy."
Yeah.
And then he gets shot in the head.
Never been Green Lantern, but his Deadpool is on point.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, he would have been a good dude. That just they fucked that movie up so bad.
And
why would they ever animate the green suit? Why would they ever computer animate the suit? You give him a real suit and then touch it up with CGI.
And have lights in it. You could still make it look
You could make it look glowy, for sure. Yeah. That shit's not hard. But it's the same bullshit with goddamn, like, cutting out Superman's mustache for Justice League. That was fucking awful.
Yeah, but it does look like they set his head on that suit. It's weird.
It was funny too. I was watching when we went to go see Deadpool. They give you a preview for the new Mission Impossible that Henry Cavill was shooting, and they wouldn't. That's the reason he couldn't shave his mustache, was because of that movie.
Oh yeah.
And then when that preview came on,
to keep his mustache. Isn't that weird?
Well, there wasn't. They just wouldn't let him shave it.
Yeah.
It was bullshit.
It would take too long for him to grow it back to that point or something.
I guess, but then why wouldn't you just like let him grow the rest of his facial hair out and just bring Superman back with a beard?
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. Easy fix. Or, like, it's a lot easier to CGI in a mustache than to CGI one out.
Yeah.
So you could probably do that, or just put a fucking fake mustache on his face, because what the fuck?
They were really pressing that contract. They got him first.
Well, because, like, I don't know. Maybe, like, these DC movies have been just kind of doomed. But when that preview came on for Mission Impossible, I nudged Ivy and was like, that's the mustache that killed Justice League. This movie better be fucking good. Like, but it's a fucking Tom Cruise movie, and they're thinking about getting Tom Cruise to play Hal Jordan now.
I don't know. I've never been a fan, really.
Of Tom Cruise? Yeah, he's like a crazy little weird dude.
Yeah, he's pretty crazy.
He's weird.
I did like Mission Impossible because I was a kid. And I was just into it, but
now there's been too many of them.
Yeah,
it's just too bad now. But anyways, what we were talking about, the Disney Fox merger. So what's happening is, once Disney was like, we'll give you like $50-something billion for these assets, Comcast came out of nowhere and was like, we'll give you $60 billion cash.
Comcast trying to buy Fox?
Yeah. Oh no, they offered them $65 billion in cash. Like, straight up, we will hand you a duffel bag of $65 billion for these assets.
Truck full, probably.
But I heard that the reason that they wanted to, the reason that they really wanted it was not all of these movie properties and things, which Disney already has a plan for. See, Disney plans things well ahead. Yeah. So I believe that they've been hypothetically planning for getting these properties back since they started the universe. So they always plan in a back door for these characters.
Oh, that is genius.
Well, they're going to make so much fucking money with them.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Well, aside from that, I respect that, though, because I love... I try to do that more and more, and that's why I want to eventually write plays. Because with the music, I try to put in talking points and references of like the same characters throughout, so they intermingle.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. I think it's lazy writing if you don't, plan ahead like that.
Right.
Plan spots for that. So aside from the money, I think it's a cool thing. Aside from the fuck shit. The fuck shit of it all with Toby and Dave.
Yeah. That new podcast. The fuck shit of it all. That's our philosophical podcast.
Yeah.
Where we're just positing. Yeah. Just
intravenous LSD for that.
show her. But so they offered $65 billion in cash, but they mostly wanted something called the Sky Network, which is British. So it seems like Comcast was trying to go more international. They were trying to go that way with it, because Disney's everywhere. Comcast isn't. So Comcast was trying to get into like a global market, it seems, which like is I understand.
They need somebody they need a competitor. Disney, so like anybody coming up, really, even though they're already too big,
right,
is better than nothing. Because if it's just Disney, you don't want your Capitol building to have Mickey Mouse on the front,
which is kind of where we're headed. Yeah, honestly, like if they
U.S. of D, the United States of Disney.
Disney. No, we would just call the United States Disneyland.
What about Mac America?
McMerica.
Yeah, McMerica. Yeah. The double McMerica.
Yeah, the double McMerica. 3 all beef patties of fuck you.
Yeah.
But
shoved down your throat.
I think this was 3 days ago. 3 days ago, Disney was like, you know what? Fuck it. $71.3 billion.
And they're like, fuck it, here's Africa.
I mean, like, straight up, dude. So now they have boosted it $19 billion. So they're offering them cash and stock. Now, so what you're doing...
all the fortunes of the East.
I mean, just like, even... Okay, so I was on American Idol, y'all. And through that, I learned that they had to... they were when they were going after judges, because Katy Perry was given $25 million, which was most of their budget.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't shut her mouth about it. She was telling people that she was getting paid $25 million. Yeah. And then when they went to Lionel Richie, they were like, Lionel, come on. And he was like, $25 million, please. And then they were like, we can't do that.
Were they getting 2 or 7 or something? Or?
I don't know what they ended up getting, but I know that they ended up taking Disney stock, because Disney also owns fucking ABC now.
Yeah.
Or maybe they always did. I think maybe they always
ABC
did.
and ABC Family.
Yeah, they were always Disney, I guess. Sorry. But yeah, that was super That was super fucked. But like I would totally take Disney stock. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I would take stock in Disney.
Yeah,
I'll like
sure.
residually make millions
die.
off of it. Like I'll take care of 8 generations of my family on some Disney stock. But
there's 1/16 of Donald Duck, baby. Go buy yourself something nice.
But they're thinking that this deal could be closed and done by next year, by pretty early next year, I believe.
Yeah.
So like, right, I believe that they've accepted the offer. So
Okay.
Fox and Disney are doing it, and Disney gets all this shit, and they've started canceling a bunch of shit. I assume that they're gonna like, because there's a new X-Men movie about to come out, the Dark Phoenix movie.
Okay.
That's about to come
I don't
out,
know that one.
and then they're probably gonna kill it after that, and then rehire a brand new cast to redo the X-Men with, and I bet you it's gonna be fucking awesome.
I hope so.
But
Hopefully
I really
there's some
hope
good
they
come
keep
from it.
Deadpool the way he is and allow him to be as meta as he is, so he can start mentioning the merger.
Oh, and as a joke?
So he'll be like, "What happened to McAvoy and Stewart?" Like if it's a new
his
Professor X,
yeah.
he's like, "Who are you and what happened to McAvoy and Stewart?" He's like looking at Wolverine, and he's like looking at a picture of Hugh Jackman and back at the new Wolverine, like, "Who the fuck are you?" Like,
Oh,
but yeah, that's the news for this week. I just thought that was the most interesting thing because it has huge implications on the entertainment industry.
yeah. And that has an impact. It's hard to even see the ends of, just because how much more, the more they own, they own people.
Yeah.
They own more and more people.
More than that, they own fucking ideas. Like,
Yeah.
and they're
the cashing out.
and after Solo did so bad, the Star Wars movie with Han Solo.
yeah, that did
Solo,
really
the Star
bad.
Wars movie with young
Yeah.
Han Solo.
I wanted to see it.
But they've completely decided to stop doing those kind of offshoots because of that.
Really? I like those.
But
I
nobody
like side
fucking asked
stories.
for that movie, guys. Disney, listen
Yeah.
to your fans when they ask for something that they really want, like a fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi spinoff. Nobody cares where Han Solo got his fucking blaster or his
Yeah.
vest from.
The Obi-Wan Kenobi one would have been cool.
It would have been so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, to see him, like, go back up against Darth Maul, because, like, Darth Maul didn't die. He got cut in half, but he gets given robot legs, and he kind of becomes an anti-hero, and then they face off again. They showed that in, like, a show called Rebels that was on Disney.
Okay.
They showed the final face-off, but that'd be so fucking cool to see Ewan McGregor as an older Obi-Wan Kenobi, like, being a hermit and, like, having to take
Darth
down...
Maul, dude. That was one of the shittiest ones, but that was like right around when I was getting into it.
Oh, he's like the best part of that movie.
So, yeah.
That one lightsaber battle is the best part of that movie.
Yeah, you can't do better than a double-sided lightsaber.
It was so
Can't
funny
beat
that I went and saw that movie in theaters with my dad. Phantom Menace, we're talking about. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Spoilers for Phantom Menace. Spoilers from this movie from 2001 or whatever. Or 99. I don't remember. I was a child. My dad, as soon as Darth Maul came on screen, my dad was like, "Hey, how horny can one guy get?" You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and I was like, "It's such a good dad joke."
That's pretty nice. That's a solid hold-up dad joke.
All right, that was the news this week, guys. So Toby, what you got? What wheelhouse are we in? Because we're doing 20 questions.
You got
right?
our side topic already, that was a side game.
Okay, so MK Ultra really is a side topic.
You got the side topic already.
Stoked.
So still want you to guess our main topic, and let's go
LSD.
Let's go 20 questions.
Is it LSD?
No.
Is it something that happened? Is it an event?
Mm-hmm.
It's an event.
Yeah.
Is it a mind control event?
Close. It is very close to that.
JFK assassination.
No.
Okay.
But, holy shit.
All right. So
it's right around there. It's things we've talked about.
So it's something.
Before,
okay. So we've mentioned it on an episode of A Drink and a Joint before.
I think we might have mentioned one of the things that came from this.
One of the things that came from it.
But I don't want to distract you from the point.
Okay, so it's an event that happened. Did it happen in the 60s?
No, Let me give you a hint.
Earlier.
I'm just gonna say it's a project.
Oh, Project Pegasus?
No,
Um,
that one will have to be its own.
the Philadelphia experiment?
That is the offshoot of the topic, and I'm gonna take that
Okay.
as a win because
All
we
right.
already got the side topic and the
Damn, I'm
offshoot
on
topic.
fire.
So
All right. Take a
Montauk.
swig of my wine.
The Montauk
Montauk.
Project.
Yes.
Yes.
All about it.
Okay.
Montauk. Do you remember I said that in like the first episode?
Yeah.
I said Montauk. All
and
right.
then I think you mentioned the Philadelphia experiment too, just real quickly. But these are so interesting to me. I don't know. They're just so fun.
Ooh,
They're fun to talk
do
about.
go on. Not the name of the show, but we love that show.
Yeah, they are awesome. All right, I almost want to do a big dab. I'll just hit that pen real quick.
I almost want to do a big dab before I've got to start reading. Toby will trail off and just pass out.
Got to refocus my eyes for a second. So.
He goes all fucking iguana-eyed.
All right, so as far as government cover-ups go, the Montauk Project may be one of the most well-guarded secret government projects that ever existed. The Montauk experiment is basically the Area 51 of New England, and stories about the project's time travel experiences, use of alien technology, and research into telekinesis have managed to both enthrall and terrify conspiracy theorists since the government shut down the Roswell of the North's experiments in the early 80s. I don't know, the Roswell of the North, that's not a great...
No, that kind of like takes the punch out of it.
Yeah.
But this shit's serious. Like the Montauk is like real deal.
Oh, it's been
like,
there's books written about it, and it's been bunked, I guess.
It's been bunked. Opposite of debunked, bunked.
Okay, the Montauk Project's U.S. government time travel research program intersects with multiple alleged secret government programs, including the Philadelphia experiment, where an entitled battleship said to have disappeared from the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard in 1943, which I'll go back to a little later. More so than any other conspiracy theory, the Montauk Project feels very real. Admittedly, the idea that 10-year-old boys were being sent to Mars is pretty far-fetched, but the government getting excited about mass hypnosis via radar towers seems like something that's definitely discussed at one point in time. And you could argue that they were very successful, albeit in a less sci-fi way. Even if you don't believe in government cover-ups that involve time travel, teleportation, and physical manifestation of monsters from inside our very brains, the Montauk Project is a lot of fun to read about. And so anyway, our first guy, let's see, they started, Montauk, New York was the town, and it's not technically a town, it's a hamlet. Yeah. Which it doesn't have a population over, I think it's like 5,000 to be a town or something like that in that time, because it had like 3,000. Oh no, that was in 2010, so it had a lot less than. But Camp Hero was the name of the place when they first started, and it supposedly housed a secret military installation that would delve into time travel, again, psychic warfare, and object creation research, which, all about the manifestation. I've about it. Just thinking and researching manifestation forever, because I really think that's a powerful belief. I mean, all we are is an untapped thing that's like we're almost wasting energy not using it correctly. Yeah,
there's static matter in the air all the time,
and things manifest themselves naturally a lot of times. So us intervening, now there's the question of whether that's playing with it too much, playing God, and like. Going, delving into areas we shouldn't. But there's also the thing that's like, it randomly manifests by itself, and you basically are that random manifestation. So are you really playing with it? Because it's still random to the universe. When So I don't know. That's an argument to be debated, but.
No, I mean, it's that same idea of like when your back's turned, nothing behind you exists. Like nothing exists until you witness it.
The particles can play. That's just for a second, step into here.
Just like holding it in my face. 3D. Toby in 3D.
Gonna burn. Oh shit.
Oh, that was a fuck joke. Did someone ever do the have you ever seen Star Wars in 3D to you? Like they'll be like smoking a cigarette and they'll be like, hey, have you ever seen Star Wars in 3D? And you're like, no, and then they flick their cigarette at you.
Dicks.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
Oh god. But anyway, I think that's just a quick side thing you remind me of. that the particles play freely when they're not being paid attention, and I completely believe that because that's what everyone does when they're not being looked at. They move freely. They, for the first time, aren't being expected to be anything,
right? And
so they play. And
because you decide what things are around you. You decide what that is, because that's just how you form your reality.
And that's quantum physics, and we'll have a couple shows on that. We'll get back to that. So anyway, about this Camp Hero.
Yeah, tell me about old Camp Hero.
Okay, so it was the most recognizable piece of a 278-acre site. They had the Sage radar tower, a 120-foot, 70-ton dish that has fallen into disrepair since the area was donated to the state of New York as a federal park.
Fucking course.
So, yeah, that's kind of weird. They left it up and let it's a national park. Wait, that must be some backwoods area of the park.
Well, even then, like, yeah, that's just to not even go in. There's got to be something there if they're not bulldozing and clearing it, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the dish was believed to transmit radio signals in the 425 to 450 megahertz range in order to penetrate human consciousness, making a person susceptible to mind control. If that's the kind of thing you're working on, wouldn't you want to house your research station somewhere out of the way? While the U.S. government had supposedly been researching psychological warfare, invisibility, teleportation prior to their move to Montauk, the project didn't begin on paper until 1971, when like everything
on the books.
Yeah, it wasn't recorded before they moved there.
Right.
So they came there with a lot of experience and a lot of technology already to use.
Well, yeah, they knew what they were going there to do.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And so yeah, there's a bunch of people from the Air Force there, and they would get a bunch of people from the Army and discharge them, and stuff like that, and pull them in there and not tell their families and stuff, so they'd be like deemed missing for a period of time, and then they would have to come back, and they'd supposedly erase their minds, so they'd give them a story that they were captive, that they were taking capture, and so they'd play it out. It's like after they erase their mind, they'd be like, "Get out!" It's like, "Get out of here!
You were captured.
You were paid to release or something."
Yeah.
Or pull the struggle, and so they go home and like most of them believe that they had been captured and tortured and things like that.
Well, maybe they were to an extent, especially
the military people weren't put under as subjects. These were the people administering the tests and working the machines.
But then they were also mind wiped.
Yeah.
Okay, and told that they were captured.
Yeah. So
okay.
That was to explain to their family why they went missing.
So they men in blacked them.
Yeah. So that exists.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to an extent, it does, because you can repress someone's memories and cover it up.
There's so many different. I mean, you could do it with fucking radioactive signals.
Even then, like just regular hypnotism. I've seen videos. Like, there's this one guy. I forget where it was. But this guy you see this guy walk into a convenience store. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description below. It's this guy. He walks into a convenience store, and what he does is I think he taps this guy the guy that owns the place. He taps him a few times, like in some different areas, and then I think he snaps his fingers and then starts talking to the guy, and the guy just kind of stops and listens to him, and then hands him all of his money. And
hypnotism's an amazing thing.
But you can. I know that you can use it. Well, yeah.
I mean, they have those seminars for people to stop smoking and to
but even then, that shit goes wrong sometimes.
Memories aren't necessarily great, but
it's your mind's way of
some people
taking care of you.
People with PTSD and things of all different kinds can use repressed memory as a good thing to live their life without being tortured, So
to put things away. But no, I think it's definitely more important to face the things that you've done and accept them and move on.
That's to an extent, but yeah, people with that extreme
also
trauma,
I've never been in a battleground.
Yeah, so I think there's a point that there's not coming back from. It's like you say that, but you're not tortured like they are. So I think I don't know. I still think it can help. I think it but works both ways. Some people need to uncover repressed memories
Right.
that they've done naturally, and some people need to hide memories so they can just live their life. What? Yeah, what happened?
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
I just don't know what's making that noise. Is it my computer?
Yeah, I think it's just a fan. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you just don't now. You just heard it for the first time. What's that?
The fuck is that?
Am I in a project right now?
Yeah, always. This is a simulation.
So, to explain your question earlier about how they were taking care of the lands and donating and stuff like that, the actual base was underground. So,
Well, yeah, exactly. Okay.
they had the only thing above ground, I guess, was the tower.
Is this the one where they had like the big fight with the aliens? Is that where that was supposed to be?
No. This is different.
Okay.
Are you talking about the L.A.?
No.
What?
This was in an underground bunker. I forget, there was like like there were certain levels that you weren't allowed to go to because that's where the extraterrestrials did their experiments.
Okay. The shared lab.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Man, I don't remember where that was supposed to be. It was supposed to be at one of those secret
This
installations.
doesn't go into the degree of their involvement as much as stating that they were there. Everyone said that they were there and teaching them. They were like helping them draw and helping them write out equations and stuff for equipment. And they said so they didn't. It seemed like they were more working on hand with them.
We're talking about extraterrestrials.
Yeah, you know them.
Yeah.
But
Maybe some of you are extraterrestrials. They're everywhere.
So, if you're thinking that the government kept their super secret time travel portal underground because they didn't want people seeing what they were up to, you're totally wrong. According to Preston Nichols, a scientist who worked at Montauk, the portal had to be built underground because of construction issues, and they probably also didn't want people knowing what they were doing.
Well, mostly that.
Yeah, it's like, if you thought it's not that, but it really is.
I mean, we can't build up in the air. Gravity will not allow it.
Yeah. Construction.
Sir, have you not seen
issues?
Yeah,
it will fall, sir.
We will have construction issues.
Build your house a time.
Yeah.
It'll melt in
I
the
told you,
sun.
Edith. Yeah, it will if it never rains.
So they had trouble building. They started above ground. They couldn't. There actually was construction issues, I suppose. So they wanted to make it 200 feet, 220 feet, 250 feet underground.
It's a lot of feetsies.
And so they ended up going about 300 and so anyway, it was underground. They had all these tunnels to different areas and different cities that they weren't allowed to and stuff in, and like I think that was just a safety thing. It's like if something got exposed right here, they could encave the tunnels.
Yeah.
And then there was no access. They had no idea where the other places went to because it was really.
If some shit went haywire, you could blow the tunnel.
Yeah,
blow the tunnel.
And then they're just stuck 300 feet underground
with some aliens.
Yeah, we fucking and we love to fuck. Yeah, that's our shit, bro.
Keep an eye out for that channel trailer on YouTube. We're gonna be plugging that a lot.
So they started finding out they could use the radar for mood alteration. Mm-hmm. And the biggest
Why am I getting pissed right now? I am mad.
The first big test of the Montauk Sage Dish occurred after researchers discovered that the general mood of the base changed depending on the frequency. So they accidentally figured it out because they were using it for mind control. But they didn't know what they were doing. It's like, just like sending random frequencies at your head. And it's like, see how you're changing. And so while they were doing those experiments, depending on the frequency, the whole base, people would just be walking around that, just really happy, or like, and they started noticing it, and they started.
I like this frequency. This frequency feels good.
And they realized by changing the rate and width of the pulse that they could alter the way people felt. They can make people laugh, cry, get angry, grow sleepy. In 1973, the researchers moved on to testing whether or not they could alter the thoughts of large groups of people at once. They initially experimented on soldiers who believed they were at the base for R&R before moving into civilians in Long Island, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. There's no record of what what was done to the citizens of those states specifically, but this wouldn't be the first time they performed tests on civilians without their knowledge. So they brought them home after war, and we're like, yeah,
just come relax.
Here's some beer and some girls, and it's like, just chill. It's like, you feel good, bitch?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But why are you wearing a hazmat suit?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. What are you holding?
Yeah.
It's not, they're not doing it classy. Like,
No, they're like
especially
walking
those old
around in like
tests.
lead suits.
Yeah.
Like clunking around. They're like, you guys good? Just checking on you. You guys all right? All right. Feeling good. All right. All right. All right. Just stare
Matthew
into that.
McConaughey at them.
Yeah. All right. You come on in. You sit down and you're nice.
It's like,
What was the car? A Lincoln.
No, I was thinking, it's like we needed, what was it? We needed Magic Mike, Matthew McConaughey, but we got more Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
AIDS Dallas Buyers.
Sorry. I'll try to pump it up a little bit for you. That's not even him anymore. I've
been driving a Lincoln before it was cool.
Yeah, I was driving a
Something like
Lincoln.
that. Or before they paid me.
Yeah,
to drive.
I was driving a Lincoln before they paid me to drive a Lincoln. What about your other guy? I mean, we have joints. This is a drink and a joint, Toby. So I really enjoy.
A joint and a dab and a shot.
Yeah.
The name's gonna get too long.
Yeah, for sure. Little fun fact: there's I believe there's a show on Netflix now called MONTAUK.
Oh, really? When you catch up,
it's actually there was actually a little bit of controversy with Stranger Things.
I did read a little bit. I haven't gotten through Stranger Things yet, and you can ruin it.
I'm not going to ruin it.
Do you know the connection between them? Because
what it is they're basically the same show. So the guys that made Stranger Things. So I think Montauk is from a different country, but it's based on the Montauk here.
Okay.
And even when Stranger Things, the first season was filming, it filmed under the name Montauk. And if you think about it, it's very similar because it's like a small little town. Hawkins is a small little town, and it's basically based around that facility.
Some extraterrestrials and some.
Well, they're doing like dimensional riffs.
Well,
it's all kind of the same.
Is that still not a? Is that not an extraterrestrial though?
Well, that'd be extra dimensional.
Extra dimensional. Okay.
Terrestrial is in the stars. Terrestrial is the stars.
Okay. That's cool. I didn't know that.
So you've got extraterrestrials, which would be little green aliens from space. But I think that's also a very narrow-minded way to look at it now.
Dimensional beings like that,
or pan-dimensional beings.
Yeah, that's honestly seems more plausible that I would come in contact with them much more often. It's like, but I'm gonna try to get.
What?
Trying to get real hot.
Real hot.
I'm having a good
smoking
day.
hella weed on the reg, staring at a piece of paper when I should be looking at camera.
I'm not a good actor, bro.
You're not. It's okay though.
That's not what I do. I told you. It's like when you start getting into acting, I was like, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, but it's like, There's like no pressure here. We're not getting paid. It's a phone.
Not right now. I'm talking about. Oh, see, when we did that stuff though, this is my character. This is myself. This is chill. But when we were doing that was like, just putting on shit. You're playing a character.
Slightly, yeah.
And that shit is weird for me.
Well, it's not necessarily a character. It's you.
I have to really believe
you just amplify different parts of your personality. That's all it is. Is just amplifying different parts of like you.
I'm not excitable.
Toby just says
Oh man. So other than the sage dish, one of the most important pieces of technology hop back in is the Montauk chair. It was an interface device that was used to boost a test subject's psychic energy in order to help them perform a variety of tasks.
Yep.
No one knows or remembers where the chair's technology came from, although it's most likely that most, if not all, the chair's parts come from extraterrestrial technology. The first version of the chair That was just for you, baby. The first version chair went online in 1974 and allowed a physically active person to transmit their thoughts to a second base in Southampton, Long Island. So so they were like had to jog in place or like do jumping jacks or something like that.
So maybe you have to physically engage your body to unlock that part of your mind.
Wow, but see, they were in the chair.
Okay, so maybe
they do a chair doing some.
Or maybe they're like they've got nodes on him to stimulate muscle activity.
That'd be more likely.
Yeah, they're all about shocking the shit out of people. So
well, see, it was electromagnetic energy, so it wasn't electricity. You know, so it was more that they were magnetized than they were being shocked. So it wasn't really painful. Most people said it was a little uncomfortable, but didn't report like.
Well, right, because you wouldn't know what to call that sensation.
Yeah, it's affecting a different part. It's not affecting your nervous system like you would think.
It's affecting your body's electrical. Because we have an electromagnetic field around us as a human being, so it could be affecting that, and
that's
that can definitely fuck up your equilibrium. I believe
that could fuck with a lot.
If
of
I
things,
say it like that, it seems real.
So yeah, they're able to sit in a chair, shake them a bunch, and send some electromagnetic energy through them, and they'd write down their thoughts. Think it, and there'd be another dude in the chair, and he'd write down the same thing.
Okay.
And
so you're trying to do the Vulcan mind meld, basically, across the state.
Yeah. And a problem began to occur with physics transmitting a false reality, which created time glitches. So these glitches were bad enough that they were cause for construction of the second chair, which would be used throughout the rest of the project's existence. And supposedly a third chair was set up in Britain on the Thames River. So there's only been 3 documented ever, and apparently by the time they built the second one, the time glitches from the first almost made the third impossible to create. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, what? I truly will have to take a moment to think about that. It's like, it's just too much electromagnetic energy in a at the same time,
right?
I suppose, and it can literally make time move differently.
For sure.
On like a worldwide scale, it's like because they couldn't. That was in Britain.
Well, what it does is so time isn't linear. Time is not a linear thing to experience. It is a plane that we exist on.
Yeah.
So once you start
what's that deep grid? It's that deep grid.
I know what you're talking about, but like the time as we know it doesn't exist the way that we've been told that it does. It's more of a plane that we exist on instead of a linear thing that we experience.
Time's however you want to experience it. Yeah, I mean, do your thing.
Well, yeah, whatever time is relative. That's all that comes into.
Time is a goddamn gift to you, So, like, play with it however you want.
All right, Toby's a beer down, so he's going to get a little aggressive.
I think I'm 3 down.
But I see what you're saying, though, especially about the electromagnetic.
If you're going to count beers, Carlos, get it right.
Yeah.
And don't count beers. Don't be a snitch. Oh, shit. So, okay, leading into my favorite part, the Montauk chair made spontaneous object creation possible. The most accomplished member of Montauk's team of psychic researchers, Duncan Cameron, began to work on creating solid objects via telekinesis, thanks to the increase of psychic energy. So he'd been doing it for a long time. And
Toby, is there an apple on the table now?
Uh-huh.
Is there an apple on the table now?
What? I don't have time for this. I don't have time for actual practice yet. We'll have a different show where we practice.
Okay, it's just us like staring really hard at tables.
If there's a camera on, it might not happen. What if we'll have the camera facing the other way, and then when we scream, they'll know that we did it.
Yes.
So, anyway, so they'd been doing this to him, and he liked it. He was into it. He thought it was fun. He wasn't tortured or anything. And what they'd have him do was visualize an object. They started with a watch And then that was his first manifest object, was a watch that they could put on and touch. It was tangible, wearable. The next one was a gun.
Wait, whoa. So was it a working watch?
It was tangible. I don't know if it ticked or anything. I haven't.
It would look kind of. It would look like a watch, and it would probably feel kind of like a watch. But I feel like you would have to put some crazy thought into, because you have to think of like the texture and like the cold on the steel.
Well, dude,
like,
watchmaking is incredible. It's a lot of physics. And stuff.
Well, I mean, in all of the tiny gears, it wouldn't. I don't think, unless he was a watchmaker, that he would be able to tangibly to make a full working watch.
Every little. See, is that a thing though? Did they have to imagine and create every little working mechanism, or did they just have to imagine the object? Because they just showed him a picture of it and it would appear. So I don't think that he'd have to sit down and it's like, okay, the barrel's 6.7 centimeters long, and on the inside it has I don't think it had to be that accurate. I think it was more like,
well, I mean, if you can imagine it, you imagine like a nice watch with a gold face,
or they'd show him
leather.
Right? So you're looking at the watch they're showing you.
Okay.
So that watch already exists. So maybe it's not a thing of designing it with your mind. Maybe it's a thing of pulling it from somewhere. It already exists. You didn't create the watch, right? I think it's a thing of pull this here. Yeah. I don't know.
You teach somebody how to rob shit. That's what you're doing. Because the energy's got to come from somewhere, and it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah, and if you're pulling it came from somewhere, and if it's that technical and you didn't design it piece by piece, then it's a real.
But then what replaces it? Something's got to replace it.
Oh, you think something's got to?
Well, no, like when you take matter from somewhere like that, you would so what happens there? What would happen if you literally took matter from one place, and are you just teleporting things with your mind? Is that what this is?
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's, you're pulling extra you're pulling antimatter, possibly. I'm not sure, but you're pulling.
Well, that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm wondering is, like, where does that.
Putting together a watch that already exists. Again, that's what I'm saying. But you're not pulling the watch from
so it's like
arm.
Someone shows you a picture of a Rolex. You're like, okay, and then you imagine the Rolex and it's there.
That's real life, baby.
Well, no.
you picture the watch and then you get the watch.
But I see what you're saying about it being like an actual Rolex. So we're saying Rolex right now.
Send us fucking Rolex.
We will do an unboxing of a Rolex.
I'll wear them.
Got you.
I'll do anything.
Toby will do anything for money. I've seen him do it.
Just Rolex.
We're very close to international waters.
Or some Patek Philippe's. I'm going hard on it.
I don't know what it means. But I want to know, like, I mean, because then I feel like you could cause like a miniature black hole in space-time if you're like picking out a hole, like if you're just ripping matter from one place to another. But
also at the same time, matter dies every instant. Millions of pieces of matter die every instant, right? And don't exist.
But even then, the energy has to go somewhere. So the energy is always moving.
Right away, though, right? Don't you think there's like a bank that it can sit in once it dies until it's manifested?
Like outside of the perceivable universe?
I don't think there's just like a safe somewhere with all the unused, ready to manifest matter. And it's already died. You think it instantly, man, it just goes? Maybe.
Well, the fact that there's
instant, again, time's relative.
Well, there would have to be a certain amount of it. If there's matter and antimatter, then there is a quantifiable amount of it to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you could get to that number.
No, the universe is expanding, so no.
Well, then that means it's replicating and not decaying. If it's expanding,
yeah, which proves the theory wrong. We just broke through here.
Yeah. So if it's constantly expanding, then it's not dying. It always stays. So you would fuck something up.
So it's like, to expand it, the middle would have to be dying and following it out for that theory to be right. So yeah, what the fuck? For real? What the fuck? Okay.
Yeah.
That's some shit.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, get at us. We're on Twitter at @TDavy.
Help me understand the world and the universe as it stands.
Like Neil deGrasse Tyson watches our podcast.
Yeah. Get at me, bro.
He's been on Joe Rogan. Maybe we can get him eventually. If you guys know Neil deGrasse or are with him on Twitter, tell him to tweet us. Tell him.
So anyway,
reach out.
His first was a watch, next was a gun, And a lot of people documented that he could manifest an entire building on the base. So he could build with his mind.
So, well, but then do you see him build it?
People said they watched it materialize somewhere on the base. So I don't know. I imagine like watching it being built,
like the bricks,
just,
like
yeah.
So it would have to be. I don't know the logistics of it, Toby. I'm trying to visualize it. I mean, I've never seen something materialize in front of my face before.
I have once.
What materialized?
It was a bowl. I know that's a stupid thing, but that was my only successful. I know I'm getting into like, okay, now he's crazy. Yeah. No, I practiced so much.
And this is where our watch time dips. This is where people check out.
But it was a book. Anyway, we don't have to get into that. I'm not crazy. But I started with that, and then I made the entire room around me and all the people in it. It was a beautiful day.
Were you on a psychedelic?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so I've also manifested things around me while being on a psychedelic. Because on psychedelics, you sometimes go through like pretty hefty mental deaths, and you have to like recreate your consciousness and the world around you and like your body. I've had to regrow my fingers out of my. I've like had to grow my body out of my consciousness.
Okay,
for sure.
So you're saying like just like every day. Well, it's definitely possible. Like right now, we could if we really had the time.
Here we are. Let's do it. For the next 3 hours, Toby and I are just going to be trying to.
Let's make an apple, bro.
Yeah, let's go.
So, this dude, Duncan, he's a badass. And according to all the researchers, depending on the amount of power Cameron drew from the chair, he could create permanent objects, limited only by his imagination. So if he received a weak signal, many of the items would remain intangible or fade as soon as the chair's power source was turned off. So it's like he'd make the watch and they'd be like, couldn't grab it, and then it'd disappear if he wasn't given enough power. And they'd up the power and they could fucking grab it.
So, okay.
And put it on.
So I bet that like... So he could have almost been a super villain real quick. This guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like you could get...
But he couldn't take the chair home. It was surrounded by...
But again, though, you think about like what kind of... Like, because people are prone to addiction.
He could have manifested a machine.
He could have...
That killed everyone on the base.
He could have manifested his own chair.
Oh, yeah. Off base.
Yeah.
He could manifest
at his
house.
And while they don't know.
That could have happened.
Yeah.
No, I think this dude wrote a book.
The guy that was the guy in the chair?
He wrote a book.
Okay, so he was just like, yeah, it was cool. I just manifested shit with my mind for the government.
There was a watch, there's like a gun or something. It was a hippie.
I didn't really know what was going on.
So you'll find out why it was like that later. So, okay, the seeing eye experiment was another experiment held there where they could remotely control people's thoughts and behavior. So after Cameron mastered creating objects with his mind, researchers began to experiment on manipulating the human mind. This continuation of the project was allegedly referred to as the seeing eye. During this experiment, Cameron, again, was given a lock. He was the most powerful one, you know. They kept him.
This fucking hippie,
Cameron,
who'd probably already been doing acid.
Yeah. Was given a lock of hair or an object that was important to a person. And by focusing his psychic energy, he could see and hear everything that the person was experiencing, no matter where they were. And he was successfully relayed information. You know, he would like tell what street they were walking down and who they were with at any point by giving a piece of them or an object that they held. So he started getting so powerful, you know.
Yeah, how are you not a supervillain or a superhero?
Yeah.
Or addicted to like...
Here is the reason, right here.
Okay.
So, again, I'm going to say allegedly, just for my protection. They kidnapped homeless people. And those are the people they sent on the missions, and those are the people that they put through the rigorous training. So, these are people that, again, that they... no one would miss them, right? Their family... They didn't have families, children. No one went to looking for them. They were undocumented. And so they fucking kidnap homeless people and take them and put them under. And, well, you know, they're feeding them well. They're becoming more powerful than ever. So they weren't pissed, I'm sure. Like, and the time travel things were odd, though, because those can end badly. And that's kind of where they were kind of like throwing them into the chipper kind of shit. So after the success of the spontaneous object creation, it was discovered that a side effect of the test was that the flow of time was altered when objects that were being materialized appeared earlier or later than they were meant to. So if it took too long for him to manifest something, it wouldn't last as long.
Right. And
if he did it right as he was thinking of it and had the right amount of power and did it perfectly, it could be permanent and stay there. And if he did a little bit early, it's one way or the other. It's like if it was a little early, it wouldn't last as long. If it was a little late, it would last too long. Okay. And so they started finding all these changes of time around them, like when they went outside of the base and things like that, they started realizing it was days past that their calendar was underground, the calendars above ground were different, or people have been changing them at a different rate and stuff like that because they've been fucking with some shit they shouldn't have. And eventually, by focusing all of their psychic energy,
well, what happened when they turned the chair on was they probably slowed down time.
Yeah.
Or like put themselves in a bubble where time moved differently for them.
Absolutely. That's fucking crazy. But eventually, Duncan Cameron could open what you can refer to as a time tunnel. As you can imagine, initial versions of the time tunnels were not structurally sound, and rather than send government agents to certain doom, they allegedly began to kidnap a lot of members of homeless people.
Yeah.
Like, they were
shucking them into time.
In there, they were like, walk through, and they're like, okay, and just boom. Oh, shit.
And then they're gone.
And they're like, no, walking through. Okay, let's go grab some homeless people.
All right, well, you got to help me go grab homeless people. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. You're getting in the van, Dawn, and you're going down, and you're going
they're
with
like,
me.
Here's some food, here's some money, we're going to take care of you, baby. Push them.
You want to be a time traveler? I already am a time traveler.
Yeah,
well, then you're perfect. Come on.
So according to researchers, scientists at Montauk would spend a week prepping the men and women for their trips through time. If they managed to return, they were expected to make a full report on what they had found on the other side. It's believed that most of the test subjects never returned, though. They would prep them for a week. It's like, bro, okay, this isn't just a free meal. You're about to go through time. Do you realize what that means? They break them down for a week of explaining what they're going to be going through, and I guess, like, butter them up. It's like, it's okay, it's a lot. Everyone has passed, everybody's come back. It's okay. It's just
ain't nobody come back.
Yeah. And so members of Montauk Boys program, that was one that after they sent the homeless people through, they established a boys brigade.
The boy brigade
of all male, blonde-haired, blue-eyed Caucasian, so Aryan.
Also creepy.
Right? Well, I think it was to be able, I don't know.
Got a bunch of like neon. Is it?
At first I thought
because of the Nordics.
Okay, see, at first I thought it was like, were they trying to send them back? I was like, not that far. It was like to World War II or something. It was like, were they trying to infiltrate?
Yeah.
Like something like that. But they sent them back way further. So I didn't understand why they went Aryan with it. It's like, wouldn't they would be out of place as fuck. But, let's see. Oh, wait.
What you got?
Never mind. So that's why they were fucking racist, and they sent them to the year 6037 first, and they thought the entire world would be Aryan because they thought Hitler was gonna win.
Oh, they sent them to the future?
They thought, yeah. So I guess they thought everyone, that would be the eventual race because they thought he was gonna kill everybody. Isn't that fucking weird? Okay. So, it's believed that many of the boys were sent to the year 6037 AD to order to investigate a ruined city and examine the statue of a horse before reporting back on what they found. There are stories of MBP members viewing events from World Wars and U.S. Civil War, and also there's no record of them ever interfering with these events. So they'd have them hiding at distances, I suppose. One surviving member of the team, Al-Bilik, alleges that the boys program didn't just travel through time to look at confusing horse statue, but they took multiple trips to a research station in 100,000 BC to collect canisters of light and dark energy, that they were the first of many groups to travel to Mars, which is where
this is getting into like Project
would
Pegasus.
soon shift its attention. Yeah,
let's get into Project Pegasus territory, which is all this same kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like the using the Tesla gates to get people to Mars, because we have a base on Mars.
That'll be another episode too. Yeah, so much talk about.
We'll do Project Pegasus soon.
That'll be awesome. Every once in a while, we'll do a double project.
Yeah,
we'll research different sides of something.
4-hour podcast.
So anyway, they discovered that they traveled through time tunnels to distant points in Earth's past and future. They soon turned their gaze to the stars, and more specifically Mars. By harnessing the time tunnels, researchers were... it rhymed.
Yeah.
Me up.
Gazes into the stars, more particularly Mars.
Researchers were able to teleport away teams to the Red Planet, but it wasn't as easily as they believed it. It would be Preston Nichols, an alleged Montauk researcher, spoke on the road bumps on the way to the Big Red. They first got to Mars and realized that yes, there had been a civilization there one time, and above ground, it had crumbled back into dust. But they detected huge underground installations which were still making magnetic fields, and this sort of thing could detect and realize that it was still machinery running underground. They couldn't figure out how to get down underground without bringing boring equipment and cutting a tunnel right down there. That was taken care of by psychic all-star Duncan fucking Cameron.
Dude, Duncan is the shit. Duncan's killing it.
Yeah, he's the globetrotter, literally.
Yeah.
Boom! But he was able to open a portal inside of the Mars pyramids large enough to fit entire away teams. The away teams described seeing what they saw, referring to it as a solar defense system that they had disabled before any further tests could continue. It's believed that much of the film Total Recall is based on the shit that they saw on Mars. But whatever.
That kind of disappoints me.
The Total Recall thing?
Yeah. But
that was just someone's thing. They're like, oh, this reminds me of Total Recall. But a solar defense system for Mars. So it's like they were building a force field or something. Like they had something for the planet protected. And that's crazy that they still had all the I don't know, that seems plausible to me that there's still machinery not necessarily working but still putting off magnetism,
especially if they're fucking
like
with time in that way.
Yeah,
it could just be
in different
different
points.
It could just be like they might have jumped to that time and hung out there for a while, so they're just still underground thinking that it's whenever they're at, but they're really at some other time.
Yeah.
They could have been jumping every time they turned on the chair.
Yeah. Human jumping time without just thinking they're going to present day Mars.
Or thinking that they're just like manifesting an object.
What is present day? What's that mean?
Right.
According to Preston Nichols and Duncan Cameron, after successfully traveling through time and teleporting to other planets, scientists tapped into a parallel universe that would come to be known as the Old Universe. An incredibly chaotic dystopia that had managed to bleed into our dimension, likely through the many time tunnels created at Montauk and other places like it.
Fucking assholes.
The Old Universe has also subconsciously influenced much of our popular science fiction. So that, there's a lot of, this section goes into, how it's relevant in a lot of films and stuff
because
like that,
of how it seeped into our subconscious, and that's what we base all of our post-apocalyptic.
And this really brought a cool idea to my mind because this is like apparently the episode that I show I'm crazy because I'm about to say again another crazy thing. I'm fucking alienating myself, but
that's all right, Toby.
Through dreams and things like that, I've been handed things. I've been handed ideas and small machinery and how to build things and stuff like that. And a lot of people have had that throughout time, like said aliens or angels, had given them instructions to how to build technologies and stuff like that. And it's, common occurrence. But this made me really think of like instead of it being like a handed down, because that's a simple view that some being would come down and see you, as much as like it bleeding over from other parallel dimensions, you know.
Right.
It seems much more plausible to me that I'm just seeing things that exist in another world that happen to have different circumstances, you know. That seems more plausible than like the whole everyone goes fucking ego crazy with it when they have a dream like that. It's like they used to be called prophets.
Right.
Like people that had dreams of things that didn't exist in their world.
Right.
And really they were imaginative, and maybe there was a little overpass, you know, maybe like they overlapped a little bit for a moment and they were a part of that.
Yeah.
But I that really made me feel so specially not special, and I love that.
Right.
Especially not special.
Yeah.
And I love
You're
it.
just especially regular. You're super regular.
It's nice though. It's nice to know that in a way. Like, I don't know. So, nothing good lasts forever. And after a decade of playing with psychic warfare, time travel, interplanetary teleportation, the MONTAUK Project hit a very big snags. People started quitting and exposing them. And it was kind of shut down. It was moved, I'm sure. I'm sure they didn't stop. Just real quick, I want to go over the Philadelphia experiment, though.
All right.
I'm just going to make that quick. So, the summer of 1943, 2 years into the United States involvement in World War II, and a bloody sea battle was raging between we're gonna have a bloody sea battle. American destroyers and the framed U-boat submarines of the Nazis, and the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard, a newly commissioned destroyer called the USS Eldridge, was being equipped with several large generators as a part of top secret missions to win the Battle of the Atlantic once and for all. Rumor aboard the ship was that the generators were designed to power a new kind of magnetic field that would make the warship invisible to enemy radar. With the full crew on board, it was time to test the system. In broad daylight and in plain sight of nearby ships, the switches were thrown on the powerful generators, which hummed into action. Then what happened next would baffle scientists and fueled decades of wild speculation. Witnesses describe an eerie green-blue glow surrounding the hull of the ship, then instantaneously and inexplicably,
inexplicably, there you go,
the Eldridge disappeared, not just to radar, but gone, vanishing into thin air. Hours later, there were reports of the Eldridge appearing in the Norfolk Naval Shipyard in Virginia, before reappearing just as suddenly back in Philadelphia. According to classified military reports, members of the Eldridge crew suffered terrible burns and disorientation. Most shockingly, a few crewmen were found partially embedded in the steel of the hull of the ship, still alive, but with legs and arms sealed to the deck. That's fucking insane. They got melted in there, but it's too powerful. So, goes the story of the Philadelphia experiment, perhaps the most famous and widely retold example of government experiments with teleportation and time travel. So, man, I want to take a second. We're gonna do open conversation about that, because this goes into one of the guys that actually survived and jumped overboard before it happened, and he was deemed dead by the U.S. government, and he was found on a local island. He washed up on an island and wrote a book and stayed hidden from them and stuff. And again, it was a lot about those projects and stuff like that, but just a lot of real proof, and you can't stop us. You can't stop people. It's you can't keep everything hidden all the time. And it's not healthy to, truly.
No, we're going to find that shit.
It's not healthy.
We're going to leak that shit, bro.
It's not healthy for our consciousness to know how to think we're limited. We're wasting everyone's time letting them think that all they're doing is what they're doing.
Right.
When they could be doing what they could be doing.
Right. When they could be doing what they know they should be doing.
That's daunting. But
But yeah, I really enjoy especially the idea of them, because there are theories that they didn't just they were gone for a while. So
yeah,
the theory is that they went somewhere else. They went to a different dimension.
Oh, okay.
And that's why they had burns. They went to a dimension with like maybe a different atmosphere or like something fucking strange. They went somewhere else. Some people say they went to hell, like, but
yeah, that's an
simplification.
Or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I don't know.
I'll do your big words for you while you're drunk.
Yeah,
oversimplification.
It's like, hey, when I read this when I'm sober earlier, I can read all this just fine.
Yeah,
but now it's just
what happened to me?
Part of the show is fighting through being open-minded enough to read.
All right. Well, was that it?
Well, I still got. We have a side.
You got a little bit about MK Ultra. Yeah, let's hear about that. We'll give you some claps for the Montauk. That was good. I enjoyed that. I'd like to revisit it at some point, maybe through like a Project Pegasus.
All of these are parters.
Yeah,
that we're doing. These are just it's more of like parts of our philosophy.
Right.
You know.
I don't know if the Montauk is our philosophy.
No, you know what I mean. These shows, though, are just a touch
of
our overall
for
philosophy.
Sure.
So,
because this is just shit we like.
Yeah,
shit we like to learn about and read about and know about. Tell me about MK Ultra.
Okay. So, CIA, mind control, experiments. Human subjects. It's exciting. So anyway, they were doing these illegal ass experiments on humans, which were intended to identify and develop drugs and procedures to be used in interrogations in order to weaken the individual and force confessions through mind control. Project was organized through the Office of Scientific Intelligence of the CIA and coordinated with the U.S. Army Biological Warfare Laboratories. The operation was officially sanctioned in 1953, was reduced in scope in 1964. Further, there's too many numbers. Program engaged in many illegal activities, including the use of U.S. and Canadian citizens as its unwitting test subjects, which led to controversy regarding its legitimacy. MK Ultra used numerous methods to manipulate people's mental states and alter brain functions, including the administration of LSD, of course, and lots and lots of other test chemicals, hypnosis, sensory deprivation, isolation, verbal and sexual abuse, and other forms of torture.
Fuck you, do what I say. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't ever gonna be shit without me.
He's like, here's some acid. I'm gonna rape him. Damn,
I would have just taken the acid and done what you said, but
she got acid, I got raped.
Yeah.
They have different stuff. It's like one got hypnosis, one got LSD, sexual abuse, and then it's like, wait, what?
You told me everybody got raped. You told me that was part of it.
Yeah,
you told me that everyone
mind control.
Yeah,
necessarily, but
that's just awful.
The scope of Project MK Ultra was broad, with research undertaking 80 institutions, colleges, universities, hospitals, prisons, pharmaceutical companies.
Goodness.
They had a bunch of front organizations, and it was brought to public attention in 1975 by the Church Committee, United States Congress of Gerald Ford's United States President's Commission to CIA activities within
Gerald
the United
Ford.
States.
Here we go, Gerald Ford. All right.
Investigative efforts were hampered by the fact that CIA Director Richard Helms ordered the MK Ultra files to be destroyed in 1973.
What a punk bitch.
They investigated the sworn testimony of direct participants, and on the relatively small number of documents that survived the destruction were uncovered. And they found about 20,000 documents apparently relating to the project, and really just about a fucking abuse. Like, it was like the Montauk Project, but with no fucking humanity. It's like the Montauk Project, they were killing people, but they didn't do it on purpose. It's like they were just testing things. They should have sent other things through, but You know, because the gerbil wouldn't know to run back if it survives, so it had to be a person.
Right.
They didn't have robots that could do that at the time, so I kind of get that, because I like what they were trying to find out.
Right.
But with this one, it's just like, it went all the wrong ways.
Right.
That is the worst. That's how it could end up.
I feel like they were trying to... there are aspects of it where they were trying to...
That was a side. I'm not... I wouldn't...
You know, they tried to they made sleeper agents through that program.
Oh, yeah, that's been a classic military move all over the world.
And I think they're still doing it. People think that, like, Kanye is a sleeper. They think, well, part of the MK Ultra. There are people that think, like, Shaq and Charles Barkley are part of MK Ultra. Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't know. How would you know?
I mean, there's some questionable, like, videos of them, like, kind of resetting.
I
or
just
like,
don't see the point of that. What do they turn him on and fucking... Yeah, what?
And then what?
They turn him on and like make him talk about himself?
Yeah.
It's just getting money.
Y'all ever heard Shaq talk? I'm gonna go
It's a big game. It's like, that's the government.
My name is Shaquille.
Can't you tell? Bengay is running the world. That's what you don't know. The whole front, you looking at Disney and shit, you all wrong. It's Bengay and Shaq.
I'm Jack and I'm here for Bengay.
So, give me a little super... Yeah, we're gonna trade off tips.
We're gonna do a new segment. New segment. You know, from now on, we're gonna give you little tips to make you. We're gonna superhuman tip of the week.
It needs to become. Yeah, need to become
superhuman.
The experience.
Yeah, just a little something to like give you a boost. Maybe through like a health tip, or maybe something either something to expand your mind or to expand your mind or attune your body. And this week I was going to talk about something that I do a lot, and that has helped me, like, astronomically.
It's a tuning of the body.
Yeah, this is a tuning of the body.
It's a wonderful phrase.
A tuning of the body. But we're going to talk about intermittent fasting. And it is something that is it's great. So what intermittent fasting is basically you don't eat for a certain amount of time during the day, and during that time that you do eat, you make sure to take in like a particular caloric amount to either keep yourself at a deficit to lose weight, or to pack on more calories if you're trying to gain some more muscle. So what you do is they're usually like two forms. One is very doable, and the other is kind of
harsh.
It's a little more harsh because the first one is 16 hours out of your day fasting, and then 8 hours eating. So that's pretty doable because you spend most of that time that you're fasting asleep. So the best thing to do is what I found is to like stop eating around like 9 o'clock or earlier if you can, depending on what your schedule is. 9 o'clock p.m. and then you would not eat from 9 o'clock p.m. until like 2 or 3 the next day, which is very doable.
Yeah,
because what you do is you drink a lot of water. You can have a cup or two, usually just a cup of black coffee. You can't put any shit in it because you're not trying to take in any calories. Yeah. And you want to kind of try to stay away from animal products, because if you're trying to lose weight, animal products are going to like fuck you up and make you all mucusy. Yeah. And it just makes you hold on to bad fat. So you drink water, you drink a cup of coffee, you can have like smoothies. Like, be easy with that though. You got to be kind of easy with the smoothies, because you don't like, those are still calories you're taking in before you're supposed to take in calories.
Less sweet, less sugary.
Yeah. Well, already you're going to be like, if you're overweight, intermittent fasting is the best way for you to just shed so much of that weight.
That's why you're taking nothing in, just burning what you got sitting there.
Exactly.
Yeah. We all want to get right. We all want to be Well,
yeah, your body is what's supposed to carry you through your life, and if you treat it like shit, it's not gonna. How far are you gonna get?
See, I've been working on my mind so much more, and like I've worked on my spirit quite a bit, but I'm just getting to working on my body. It's like my final rounding off. If I can get my body right, I think that will click everything together that I've been working on. You know?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And really the biggest thing too to lose weight or to get in shape is to change your diet. It's all about what you're putting in your gut. So like a lot of plant-based like meals, you know, your salads are good. And you throw in a little, you know, some good protein, especially if you're like hitting the gym or doing any kind of weight. You want to throw in some protein so you can, you know, you can bring that in any way you want. You can
some white
do like
meat, though, some chicken or something.
Yeah, I usually do chicken and spinach. That's like a huge. That's like my big staple.
Red
that's
meat,
like,
I try to use as a rare treat.
Yeah,
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, you don't want to do red meat all the time. Again, like animal products are going to make you mucusy and hold on to a little bit of weight. But if you're trying to build muscle, that's okay. Yeah. Avocados are a great source of good fat. Oh, yeah. And you want to stay away from deep fried foods. You want to stay away from fucking fast food. You want to drink as much water as possible. Don't drink fucking soda. I guarantee you, if you stop drinking soda, if you do, you're gonna lose fucking 15 pounds right off the bat. Just cut that shit out of your diet completely.
Well, yeah.
Yep. And even then, like, your body feels better, your mind feels better. You have more energy. Like, if you feel fatigued,
yeah,
just stop eating for a few days, and then eat better when you start again.
Yeah.
Because right now, when I started trying to get into shape, I was at like 240, and now I am down to like 189.
Oh shit, that's a
lot,
drop.
Bro.
240?
240. I can show you the picture.
I don't remember. That's huge. It's like
when you were living at the house in Red Bank with me.
Yeah.
I was around 240 when we were eating fucking McDonald's. Whenever I got off work, we were putting away fucking 20 pieces large fries and sweet teas.
I've been trying to pick up good habits from you guys.
Yeah. Well, it also helps that my wife is like a colon hydrotherapist and a nutritionist. Yeah.
But just that she's rubbed off on you a ton.
Oh God.
And I'm trying to pick
up. It was never going to be any other way.
I don't change my life for anybody, even myself. So I'm still myself. But I'm picking up slow things that I can do and just ways that I can manage it my own way. Yeah, that's always how I've done everything. That's why.
Right. Well, you got to find what works for you.
For me, necessarily. You know? Right. Even though I learned a lot.
Well, I mean, I'm the same way. It's like even if she tells me, my wife Ivy, even if she tells me, like a way to do something, I'm still like, fuck no.
I see what you're talking about. Take that, recess that.
Yeah.
Put it out into the patty cake.
I don't like being told what to do. Yeah. I have to come to terms with things in my own time.
I am just terribly quick no matter how close you are to me, it's like,
yeah, I know.
We picked that up. I'm like, what the fuck did you say? I thought we were friends.
This is my home, and you just shotgunned a beer and threw the can on the floor. Please pick it up. Fuck you.
What? Yeah. I hope that's never. That probably.
It's probably
you're like, that's a literal sentence. What are you talking about? You don't remember that last week? Shit. No, I haven't shotgun. I don't do that.
Nah. Well, I think this has been a good one. Yeah, this has been a good one. There's a new set. Let us know if you like the new set. We've also got a very new set that you will be seeing. This is the podcast set. So this is for all of our other videos and things. We will be bringing those to you from another undisclosed location.
Dave's house.
Shut up!
Well, you said this is my house. That doesn't mean
I was about to drop your last name, bro.
No, it doesn't mean you know where it is.
Okay.
You said this is my house.
Yeah,
you're like, we're in your kitchen.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So,
but anyways,
no, but still,
come on over to Dave's house. But yeah, so again, keep an eye out for all of the shit that we're dropping. We've got our channel is about to be bumping with a bunch of new material. We're going to be trying to tackle a lot of new things. We are on Twitter now at TDavy, at TDAVVY. And we are on Facebook, also at TDavy, TDAVVY, or you can just search Toby ampersand Davy. Ampersand is that
Don't you
that
remember?
thing that looks that's an
Looks like an
and
8.
symbol, but ampersand. So check us out there. Give us a like, and on the YouTube channel, like, let us know. Give us an idea. We've got plenty of topics to get to, but if there's one in particular that you would like, we would love to hear one.
Yeah.
So hit us up with that. You can email us at tobyanddavy@gmail.com. And
Subscribe like fuck.
yeah, subscribe like fuck,
Do
guys.
it.
Like, tell your friends, tell everyone
Please.
to subscribe. Subscribe. Tell them to subscribe. 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 For sure. So we will see you very soon. Keep an eye on the channel because shit's about to get popping.
Love you.
Bye.
Remember that. Remember I said that. This is personal.
You done? Playing it out cause you're wrapping it up and here we go now. And
I would think my mom.
Alright, bye.
Alright, bye.
Feeling yellow with Pikachu. Let me take a Pikachu.